Or the audio is actually coming live through here, but do you want to mute it?
Hi, everybody. This is Damian Andrew of the DAF Media Network. We are about to get the second state semifinal started here from Casagrande Field. I know you are all anxiously awaiting. We've got about 14 minutes remaining before the second state semi between Darien and New Canaan, the first CIAC Class L state semifinal game between Ridgefield and Cheshire went to overtime. Ridgefield won in OT, 14-13, so they move on to the Class L state finals Saturday at Jonathan Law High School in Milford. They await the winner of this second game, Darien and New Canaan, so we will have that for you in about 13, 14 minutes or so. Thanks for tuning in to the DAF Media Network.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien in offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
Hi, everybody. This is Damian Andrew of the DAF Media Network. Thanks for joining our live stream tonight. Class L state semifinal between Darien and New Canaan. We are starting late because the first state semifinal went into overtime. Ridgefield beating Cheshire, the 2 seed, 14-13 in OT. We're less than 2 minutes out from starting this second state semifinal between two longtime rivals, New Canaan and Darien. So we will be joining you shortly. Stay tuned, and we will have the second Class L state semifinal in varsity girls lacrosse coming up momentarily.
Award-winning Brien McMahon High School concession stand is open for dinner, drinks, snacks, and even hot coffee. Visit the award-winning concession stand at Brien McMahon High School for all your food and beverage needs. Also, fans, the restrooms are located on the opposite side of the concession stand. That is the far side of our concession stand. On the scoreboard tonight, under Senators will be the Darien score. The Rams of New Canaan will be the visitor. What's up, Damien? Lineups? No, we don't do that. It's fine. You need one? You have one.
Live from Jack Casagrande Field on the campus of Brien McMahon High School. It's Varsity Girls Lacrosse on the DAF Media Network tonight. It's the semifinals of the CIAC Class L state tournament between the top-seeded Darien Blue Wave and the 5-seed, their rivals, the New Canaan Rams. Hi, everybody. I'm Damian Andrew. Thanks so much for joining us on this DAF Media live stream of Varsity Girls Lacrosse. Joining me this evening, it's my pleasure to have the head coach of the Wilton Warriors, Meredith Myron, and the head coach of the Greenwich Cardinals, Caitlin Gagan. Ladies, this should be entertaining to say the least. You are so familiar with the FCIAC. You are so familiar with this rivalry. And here these two teams are again in the state semifinals with a trip to the state finals on the line. So on the draw will be Katie Ramsey of Darien, Carly Bucci, and we are just about ready to get started here in the Class L state semifinals between Darien and New Canaan. And we are underway.
Great possession for New Canaan starting out.
So New Canaan's first offensive possession. McKenna Harden on the near side of the field as New Canaan sets up its offense. And Meredith, you and I talked a little bit about this earlier today. Obviously, possession, ball control, equally important for both of these teams.
Absolutely. I think New Canaan here wants to get off to as fast of a start as they can and really set the tone.
So here's Bucci, free position. She brings it back out. Ball is in the air.
That's a great back check by our defenders inside. They crashed super early and really detained them from getting that possession. Let's see what they could do with it.
And we've got another whistle as Darien will look to clear the ball here. Maggie Brooks, the senior goalie for the Blue Wave, with possession. We are just underway here in the Class L state semifinal between Darien and New Canaan. And here's Katie Ramsey, brings it across midfield, and Blue Wave set up shop on their offensive end. Nicole Humphrey back over to Ramsey. And here's Christine Fiore. Fiore on the near side of the field. Ball is on the ground, and New Canaan scoops it up. And here come the Rams going the other way. Braden Dial as New Canaan looks to dial something up here on offense. And that's a goal. New Canaan scores first. Campbell Connors, the junior, in front. She beats Brooks. And we're going to take another look at that goal.
That's a great handle there inside. By being able to move the goalie and both defenders, it's just an easy way to put the ball away. It's a great start for New Canaan.
I don't know if she intended to bounce that in, but it certainly worked out.
Exactly.
For Campbell Connors, the junior, number 14 for New Canaan.
Yeah, that was great patience inside. The goalie jumped and she just maintained possession and then put it around her.
And we're back at midfield on the draw. It's Ramsey and Bucci, and Darien wins possession.
Emma Jakes.
Emma Jakes with the ball, swings it over to Ramsey.
It looks like New Canaan is playing their backer defense, so it's a backer zone.
Humphrey with an opportunity. She loses it.
Too much contact. She got called for on the body there on the ride. Nora Bellado makes the pass.
And here come the Rams.
It's McKenna Harden, freshman. She's had a great season.
And any time a freshman is starting at the varsity level, you know she's a special talent.
Absolutely.
And that's Kendall Wazinski, who is just knocked to the ground. She's appears to be okay. Darien in the home whites. They are the top seed. New Canaan in the black. Darien moving from right to left on your screen. New Canaan obviously from left to right. Here's Nicole Humphrey. Jakes gets it to Ramsey. 1-0 New Canaan here in the early going of this Class L state semifinal. Damian Andrew, Meredith Myron, and Caitlin Gagan. Thanks so much for joining us. I know we've got a number of viewers watching this live stream. The shot is wide of the near post. The ball stays with the Blue Wave.
It looks like in this defensive set that New Canaan is in man-to-man defense and that they are very closely face guarding Katie Ramsey.
And here's Jakes, and she scores. A nice move by Jakes through the New Canaan defense, and Darien has evened the score at 1 goal apiece.
That was a great take by Emma Jakes, recognizing that she had the space. The slide was far away, and she just took it hard to cage. Nice job.
And we're going to take another look at this Emma Jakes goal. The nice take by Jakes here. As we take another look from behind the goal, pretty nifty angle here. Jakes, and she scores, puts it in the back of the net. So 1-1 here. This one certainly figures to be an entertaining game. Obviously, two rivals. You guys know all about this rivalry. And, of course, they met last year, Darien and New Canaan, in this very same game, the Class L state semifinals. Darien won that en route to a state championship. We won't talk about the state finals, Meredith, too much.
Thank you.
Beating Meredith's Wilton Warriors in the state finals, 13-10. Here's Christine Fiore, nice fake, and she scores as she beats Caroline O'Day, the junior goalie for New Canaan. So Christine Fiore, who's headed to the U.S. Naval Academy next year, gives Darien its first lead of the game.
Darien in transition right off that draw. You got to be careful sliding off anybody because they will catch him inside and finish.
And a nice fake by Christine Fiore, and you can see the arms raised, the celebration. Obviously, this is a big state stage here. A ticket to the state finals on the line, and as we mentioned at the outset of our broadcast, Ridgefield beat Cheshire in what was a really great first state semifinal. You were here, Meredith, for much of that game.
I was. It was intense and, back and forth, and those teams were just battling. And, Ridgefield was able to pull away in overtime. It was very exciting.
So under 21 minutes remaining in the first half of this one. We are live here on the DAF Media Network. Darien wins possession. Here's Katie Ramsey. And she gets off a shot. And a nice play by O'Day as New Canaan now looks to clear.
That's Julia Ojimic with the ball. She's going to UConn next year. Gets it up to Braden Dial.
And we've got a whistle.
That'll be our first yellow card of the game, so let's see what New Canaan can do with the ball in a man-up situation here.
So an early opportunity here for the Rams, man up. They are down a goal after getting out to a 1-goal lead.
And that's an unreleasable penalty, so New Canaan will have man advantage for 2 minutes regardless of how many goals are scored.
So here come the Rams in the black, the number 5 seed. course, they are coached by their longtime head coach, Kristen Woods, who played lacrosse at my alma mater, Penn State. 5 state championships, 2016, 2015, 2013, 2012 in Class M for New Canaan. They won the Division I state championship in 2010. Here's a free position opportunity for the Rams.
Looks like Braden Dial will get another shot at that one. Players just got tripped up inside the 8.
Dial, the shot is true.
Great shot.
She had a little bit behind that shot as she evens the score at 2 goals apiece.
She did. That was great placement. Looked like non-stick side, hip level. It's a really hard shot to stop.
Scored by number 16, Braden Dial.
So Dial with the goal as we take another look off the free position. The man advantage. And New Canaan takes advantage. Here is another look behind the goal as she's able to beat Maggie Brooks, the junior goalie for Darien.
McKenna Harden taking the draw again for New Canaan.
And Kristen Woods told me that she would mix it up inside the draw control circle before this one. Ramsey wins possession. Here comes Darien. Jakes over to Humphrey. That would be Ashley Humphrey, the sophomore.
Looks like they're going to slow things down and just wait, probably try to kill this man advantage for New Canaan.
And you'll probably see New Canaan pressing the tempo, going into a backward defense since they have that man-up situation. They know that they can take chances here in this defensive set.
Meredith, you're very familiar with these two teams. I mean, obviously you saw Darien in the FCIAC championship game. You saw them during the regular season. And you saw New Canaan 3 times this season. They got you twice. You got them in the FCIAC tournament.
Yep. And it's always, it's always a battle.
It just goes to show you the high quality of lacrosse in southwestern Connecticut, specifically in the FCIAC. Just some talented programs with talented players.
Absolutely. Any given day at the top, it doesn't matter. These girls are all capable and fantastic lacrosse players.
And a number of players on the field will play at the next level. We've already mentioned a couple. So here's New Canaan looking to find another crack in that Darien defense. We are tied at 2, under 18 minutes remaining in the first half. Damian Andrew, Meredith Myron, Caitlin Gagan joining you. Thanks so much for joining us. And a nice move that time by Jane Charlton, the sophomore, and she scores to give New Canaan the lead.
That was a great job.
And so Darien will take a quick timeout. Head coach Lisa Lindley wants to talk some things over with her team as they have surrendered the lead. New Canaan up a goal, 3-2. And this was a game earlier in the season when they met on April 28th in Darien. It was a tight game early on, early in the second half, and then the Blue Wave kind of asserted itself and took control and ended up beating New Canaan in the first matchup between these two.
Lacrosse fans, boys lacrosse action in Connecticut.
We've got a timeout here, and we're going to show you here how these two teams arrived in the state semifinals. Darien beat Staples in the first round, then a quarterfinal win over Fairfield Ludlow, 15-8. New Canaan, meanwhile, beat Glastonbury 17-5 in the opening round. Then they knocked off Wilton 10-6, and here they are playing Darien in the state semifinals. A trip to the state finals on the line. The winner of this one meets the winner, or actually meets Ridgefield, who beat Cheshire earlier this evening.
Changing it up on the draw for New Canaan, it looks like that is Jane Charlton and Katie Ramsey again for the Wave.
Jane Charlton certainly matches Ramsey in terms of height.
She does. She's a very strong player as well.
What we see here inside the draw control circle, this is so crucial, right? This is big. I mean, a game is won or lost right there.
Absolutely. It's, we talk about the little games all the time. It's about the draw controls. It's about the 50-50s and the ground balls. So there Darien goes, winning another one.
And here's Ramsey. As she gets it to Fiore.
And it looks like they're face guarding Ashley Humphrey on this possession.
And the Humphrey sisters, so important to this Darien attack, as both of you well know. Here's Shea Vandenbroek. Swings it to Wazinski. Jakes to Fiore. She pulls it out. Back over to Jakes. And we've got a whistle. Free position here. Jakes lets
Great
one
save.
fly. Yeah, that was a terrific save by O'Day. Caroline O'Day, the junior goalie for New Canaan. As New Canaan looks to clear this. Ball's on the ground. We've got a push.
Looks like you just have to control the extension of your arms there. Play good body.
Meredith, what have you seen early on here from these two teams? I mean, obviously New Canaan with a one-goal advantage right now, a little bit back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, Darien is trying to push the pace. I think New Canaan has done a good job disrupting their offense a little bit by face guarding and changing up who they're really focusing in on. And it looks like Darien is just going to do their thing, stick to their game plan, and high pressure out on these New Canaan players.
And that's a goal for Charlton.
Great lefty take there.
Nice left-handed shot. Jane Charlton, back-to-back goals as we take another look at this. The double arrives too late. She splits the defense and puts it in the back of the net.
Yeah, gets right inside. That was a good heads-up play. She read the D. She saw that she was coming sliding up low to high, and she just slid it in between the defenders. Great finish. Charlton and Ramsey again for the draw.
New Canaan has mixed it up with a few different players on the draw. Darien has stayed with Ramsey.
That's a great play by Katie Ramsey, getting her body behind the ball and forcing it to her team's possession. We'll see a fast break situation here from Darien.
There's Nicole Humphrey as she beats her defender.
Good recovery. That's a shooting space call on the slide.
And here's Humphrey on the free position for Darien. Blue Wave down 2 goals. Humphrey, and a nice save that time by O'Day. Shea Vandenbroek behind the cage with the ball, swings it to Wazinski, and then out to Jakes. Emma Jakes, the senior. Over to Christine Fiore. And a nice look from Vandenbroek to Humphrey, just couldn't hold on to it. Here comes New Canaan as they look to get it across midfield.
Another great defensive set by New Canaan. And a great ride by Darien. Let's see.
And it's scooped up by Katie Elders on the far side of the field. And we've got another yellow card, Caitlin.
So we'll have another man-up situation, this time for Darien. They called a check towards the head on that play this year. It's a point of emphasis, anything towards the head, making sure it's an automatic yellow card. It's a great defensive ride by New Canaan coming up with it.
And going back the other way. Charlton gets it to Campbell Connors. Back to Charlton. Ball's on the ground. And it rolls out of bounds. And it'll be Darien ball.
That's tight. Yeah, no, that's wide. I mean tight, yeah. That's wide is not supposed to go in. This guy should have been in. This is your tight.
Here comes Humphrey.
Darien
Nicole.
still man up. Wow, great back check.
And another takeaway by New Canaan. Ball stays with the Rams. A lot of whistles early on in this one.
Yes.
Charlton weaving through traffic.
Looks like that was a horizontal stick call.
You've been impressed with the ride of Darien here early in this first half?
Absolutely. New Canaan is still man down here. So we'll see how much pressure Darien applies.
And New Canaan just looking to run some clock here. (4-2) Rams, under 13 minutes remaining in the first half.
New Canaan's even with their next player coming in. It's a great way to break the card. And a goal.
Wow.
Great patience by New Canaan, holding the pressure and then coming in and squaring off a card. That's a great play.
As we take another look at this, the goal by Braden Dial, the senior. And the Rams now up 5-2. Want to give a shout out quickly to our DAF media production crew. Always do a terrific job. Charlie Sears, our director. Camilla Sucre, our instant replay operator. Camera 1, Graydon Overbeck. Camera 2 is Chris Eggs Benedict, one of my favorite nicknames. I knew you guys would get a chuckle of that. One of my favorite nicknames of all time.
Jane Charlton and Katie Ramsey at the draw again.
And the ball's on the ground. Initially scooped up by Charlotte Whitstock, the junior. And it's Darien ball. And here's Whitstock. Ball's on the ground in the corner, near side of the field. Nearly rolls across the end line. New Canaan comes away with it, and here come the Rams. McKenna Harden, as she is pushed out of bounds. So the ball stays with New Canaan. I mentioned these two teams met once during the regular season. This is their first time. They did not meet in the FCIAC tournament. They are meeting for the second straight season in the state semifinals. They met in the regular season this year on April 28th at Darien. Darien winning 12-6. New Canaan ended the regular season 12-4. Darien 14-2. Both teams played a terrific non-conference schedule. And here's New Canaan back on the attack. Damian Andrew, Meredith Myron, the Wilton head coach, and Caitlin Gagan, the Greenwich head coach, joining you. Thanks for joining us on this DAF media broadcast of Varsity Girls Lacrosse. This is a big one between two rivals, maybe the best rivalry in the state in just about any sport, Darien and New Canaan.
Absolutely. We see New Canaan slowing it down a little bit here. They have the lead. They need to be opportunistic, see what they can create. New Canaan loves the motion offense, so we'll see most of their sets at least start there and then see what happens.
Somebody lost their phone. They just tried to find, they did their
New Canaan being patient here on offense as they swing it around the perimeter. Here's Carly Bucci.
You can just say it on the announcement next time there's time.
Nice move, nice save by Maggie Brooks.
They're going to say that foul affected the shot, so she should get the first inside hash and get another attempt.
Lauren Biseglia comes from behind the cage, gets off the shot. She's going to have a free position here. And New Canaan scoops it up and
That was a great play by the Darien defender. Great back check.
retains possession. And that ball rolls across the end line. Darien now with another opportunity after a defensive stop. Blue Wave down 5-2, under 9 minutes remaining in the first half. We apologize again, coming a little late to this live stream. The first state semifinal ran late, went into overtime. Ridgefield beating Cheshire 14-13. Here's Nicole Humphrey, the junior, slowing things down for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, I think that's a good decision there. I think Darien needs to slow it down and see what they can create, work the defense a little bit, and see what opens up.
Here's Christine Fiore in front, gets off a shot, sails across the crossbar, over the end line, stays with the Blue Wave. There's Shea Vandenbroek. And here's Christine Fiore. Big shot and a big save by O'Day. O'Day has played well here in the first half for the Rams.
She has. The entire defensive unit for New Canaan has done a great job so far.
Here's the ride by Darien as New Canaan looks to clear. Kendall Patton ahead to Carly Bucci, and we've got a whistle.
That's a great transition play by New Canaan, hitting multiple lanes quickly and efficiently and just looking for the best option to cage. Let's see what they can do with it.
Campbell Connors, nice pass.
Great look.
Over to Braden Dial.
Braden Dial scores a nice cut, nice look. And we're going to take another look at this one. On the free position. And there's Dial as she deposits it in the back of the net. Another nice play right there by New Canaan. So the Rams opportunistic there off the free position. And New Canaan now in front by 4 goals, up 6-2. An impressive start by the Rams here in the Class L state semifinals. Still a lot of lacrosse to go.
Absolutely, and we know that Darien can score quickly. So there's a lot of time left, a lot of lacrosse to be played, and we have Carly Bucci taking the draw now for New Canaan.
And New Canaan wins possession. Bucci to Braden Dial, back to Bucci. Here's Dial.
We're seeing Darien and more of a high-pressure man-to-man that's collapsing hard on those 1v1s. They're going to look to send that double team super quick off that drive.
And that shot rolls across the end line. Ball stays with New Canaan. Caitlin, what has impressed you thus far about the New Canaan Rams and how they've come out in this one.
I think their patience under pressure is really helping them control the tempo of the game. When they're able to push, they push, and if they need to hold and get a couple minutes off the clock for the best option to Cage, they're doing it. So let's just hope and see what they can do with the ball in this next set.
Here's Bucci behind the cage, looking for a seam.
Braden Dial with it behind. Bucci's right there on that elbow. Those two players have played together for a long time. They've got a great connection. Just got to be really careful with them there because she will feed it right inside. Crease violation.
Bucci and Dial, two of the really big-time players on this New Canaan team. They've been together, as you mentioned, Meredith, for a long time. Their senior seasons would certainly like nothing more than to get to the state championship game of this Class L tournament. Darien trying to clear here. Here's Nell Niffen. She's got some wheels, brings it across midfield. Over to Shea Vandenbroek on the far side of the field. Darien in the home whites, the #1 seed in the Class L state tournament. New Canaan, the 5 seed, wearing the black tonight here at Jack Casagrande Field on the campus of Brien McMahon High School. I want to thank Brien McMahon Athletic Director Joe Mataferri for helping us set up this live stream. The shot by Humphrey is wide of the far post. Christine Fiore. Here's Jakes to Humphrey. Humphrey with a nice move and a nice save by O'Day.
Wow, that was an incredible save.
Point
and
blank range.
Back.
Caroline O'Day and Darien back to work on offense here. There's Katie Elders over to Jakes.
So they're going to call a push from behind there. She'll get that probably center hash. The best option she can have to Cage.
So Ashley Humphrey, the sophomore, will get a good look here. Free position. Humphrey goes low, and that is a goal for the Blue Wave as they cut the New Canaan lead to 6-3. As we're going to take another look at that.
Great finish. Ashley Humphrey puts it in her left hand, gives her the best angle, and just rips a nice low shot. And I think that's the first time she's had the ball the whole game. Caroline Shue has been marking her so closely the entire time. So, that's what she does, and that's why New Canaan is face guarding her so closely, because she gets the ball and she's going to goal.
So 2:34 remaining, as you can see. 6-3 New Canaan. Big first half from the Rams. And here's Ramsey and Bucci back at midfield on the draw, and Bucci comes up with it.
Ooh, is she okay?
So it'll be Darien possession after that stoppage. We do know that. And this is Katie Ramsey, who is headed to USC. She'll play for the Trojans out there on the left coast. This is Shea Vandenbroek behind the cage. The New Canaan defense has been so solid in this first half, not giving Darien very many looks. There's Jakes.
It's another great save.
O'Day, as we've said a couple of times in this first half, has just played terrific for the Rams.
It's going to be New Canaan ball after it went off of the white stick.
I want to thank everybody for watching this DAF Media live stream. 243 viewers right now. Screens. That's right, there could be a lot more than 243 viewers. Nice move.
Boy.
And that is a goal for Braden Dial as she made a nice move and then shoots low and beats Brooks.
Off the replay here, you'll see her split this double team right in half. Great handle on the play. She'll have a 1v1 with the goalie and put it in the back of the net.
I like that, Caitlin Gagan, using off the replay, breaking it down for us. And here's another view. So here's Bucci and Ramsey at X again in the draw control circle. 7-3 Rams, a minute 17 remaining. And Bucci comes away with it.
It's a great box out by New Canaan to maintain possession.
I would expect with less than a minute in the first half, New Canaan will wait, try to get a last shot here, not give Darien another opportunity to score.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to ask you that. They're in no hurry to do anything right here, right? With under a minute remaining, up 4 goals on the top seed.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
They can go into halftime content here and talk about their plans for the second half. So time winding down here, under 30 seconds. Here's Dial with a shot.
Oh, it's still a shot. It should be New Canaan ball. A deflected shot is still a shot, so it should be whoever is closest to the ball.
And the official signaling.
She disagrees with me.
Darien.
Shocking.
That happens from time to time, right?
Occasionally.
14.7 seconds remaining. New Canaan up 7-3. And here comes Christine Fiore, triple teamed as she nearly steps out of bounds. Ball's on the turf, scooped up by New Canaan. Time running down, back to Darien. A frenetic pace here in the final 10 seconds. That'll do it for the first half. New Canaan, the 5 seed, leading its rival Darien 7-3 here at the half in the second Class L state semifinal. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be right back on the DAF Media Network.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.
We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. At the half, New Canaan leads Darien 7-3 in the second semifinal of the Class L state tournament. The winner of this game gets Ridgefield on Saturday at Jonathan Law High School in Milford in the Class L state championship. Damian Andrew alongside Meredith Myron, the Wilton head coach, and in her first year as the Greenwich head coach, Caitlin Gagan joining us. Thanks so much for being with us on this DAF Media live stream. The second half just about ready to start. And ladies, your thoughts on the first half? I mean, New Canaan came into this game well prepared. Kristen Woods had a game plan, and it has shown on the scoreboard.
Now let's see what adjustments Lisa Lindley made at halftime.
Well, she is a Hall of Famer, and you know she will make adjustments. She's had all kinds of success at Darien. New Canaan wins possession, and they will go to work on offense to start this second half.
Carly Bucci with a huge draw control to set up her offense for the first possession in the second half. Looks like Darien is turning up the pressure.
As you would expect.
Absolutely. It looks like they're still in a man-to-man defense, and they don't seem to be face guarding anybody.
The lights turned on here at Casagrande Field. Nice
There's
pass, nice cut.
Braden Dial to Carly Bucci. When Braden Dial is behind and Carly Bucci is on that elbow, you really need to make sure that you are staying tight, because she will pass that feed inside, even if she's only open half an inch right there.
Nice play. Dial to Bucci on the cut.
Honestly, in the last 4 years, I can't tell you how many times I've seen those two connect on that exact play. Great job.
And we are back to
changing it up on the draw here.
On the draw, so they go with Humphrey, New Canaan, Ashley Humphrey, the sophomore. So it's Humphrey and Dial, and Darien wins possession.
They're going to call a push from behind on that. So let's see if Darien uses their man-up situation here.
Darien moving from left to right on your screen in the home whites, the #1 seed. New Canaan, the 5 seed in the black unis with the red numbers. They're moving from right to left here in this second half. We are just underway. 8-3. New Canaan in front. Rams have been impressive in this one. Shea Vandenbroek with the ball. And we've got a push. Meredith, I'll ask you, what does Darien need to do here in this second half to get back in this one? Obviously, a lot of time left, over 23 minutes remaining. And as I say that, they strike quickly. Humphrey with the goal.
Absolutely. I think Darien just needs to relax and make sure they're focusing on themselves, focus on their game, what they need to do, and be opportunistic, just like New Canaan is being. And that was a great look there right off the free position. And again, it's Ashley Humphrey. That girl gets the ball on her stick. She is finishing. She is a great player. And I think that Darien using her on the draw is going to get them a couple more possessions, because the more that the ball ends up in Ashley Humphrey's stick, I think the better for their team. So having her an attacker up here on the draw is going to be helpful to them in the second half.
And Katie Ramsey is just as effective on the circle as she is on the draw with her between her size and her grit. We'll see her try and come up with the ball. And Canaan does it again.
Yeah, wow.
Kristen Woods said possessions will be paramount. That's what she told me yesterday when we spoke, and that has certainly played out thus far for the Rams. Up 4 goals here. We are live on the DAF Media Network from Jack Casagrande Field in Norwalk on the campus of Brien McMahon High School. And again, Meredith, like we talked about at the end of the first half, New Canaan can afford to be patient, right? Ball control.
Absolutely.
Pick their spots.
Opportunistic, Don't force it. If it's there, take it. If it's not, don't. And as I say that, they push it, and a nice save by Maggie Brooks. Gets it out to Ramsey for the clear. That was Brooks on the save of the Braden Dial shot, and here comes Darien going the other way. Jakes to Fiore. She pulls it out. Good decision. Plenty of time. Set up. Get the best look you possibly can. Make the New Canaan defense work. Charlotte Whitstock over to Fiore. Ball's on the turf. Whitstock comes up with it. A beautiful night here in Norwalk for this one. Had some rain earlier in the day, but so far so good.
That's a nice look for Darien, finding that two-man game right off the wing, seeing that the defenders are going to commit hard to that ball handler. We're going to see a lot of more action from the girls on the top in the second half than from behind.
These two schools will meet in the boys semifinals tomorrow, and a nice shot that time by Humphrey. She goes low and she puts it in the back of the net.
Just her awareness on offense, it's amazing to watch. She reads the defender so well as they approach on goal line extended, fakes high, sees the goalie commit, shoots low. Great finish. Bounce shot into the back of the net.
Oh, this is a great angle. We're going to see she's an inch above goal line extended, if that.
How does she goes 5-hole there, right? How'd she find that seam? Wow.
I think that's a lot of practice.
She's great. She just knows the goalie's going to hold pipe as hard as possible, and the only spot to shoot really is in between the legs.
Had a chance to talk to her dad, John, before this game, and to say he was nervous and had butterflies, that would be an understatement. Here comes Darien as the momentum has shifted here. The Blue Wave win another possession. Christine Fiore with the ball to Whitstock. And here is Elders.
New Canaan is sticking with their backer zone. Looks good. They can apply pressure to ball.
Nice look. Fiore to Elders. Bang, bang play for the Darien goal.
That was a great job by Elders. She sees the defender slide and just gets right inside. Great heads-up play.
Nice heads-up play. Yeah, it was. And Katie Elders with the shot and the goal. As we take another look, I know you like this angle, Meredith. So it's 8-6 now in New Canaan, as Darien has gone on a little bit of a run. If you're New Canaan head coach Kristen Woods, probably a timely timeout there.
Absolutely.
What are you telling your team?
Just relax. We got to focus on winning these draws. I think that last draw, it looked like New Canaan was going to win possession, and then the ball took a weird bounce. So I think they just need to stay calm, stay composed, and focus on the little things. Draw controls are going to be a huge difference here. Great look at the Darien huddle. And always intense head coach Lisa Lindley. Darien looking for its 6th straight state title. They're coming off their 7th straight FCIAC title. We'll see what adjustments are made out of this timeout. New Canaan might switch back from their backer zone into their man-to-man and see if they're going to shut off anybody. Ashley Humphrey would be my idea, but we'll see what they come up with. They had to go through your Wilton Warriors squad to win the FCIAC tournament this year, and boy, what a game that turned out to be. I know you're probably still, as the son of a coach, I know you're probably still thinking about that one. 11-10, the final, and certainly that was an entertaining championship game. It was a great game. It was a great game to be a part of, and my girls really just completely sold out for that game, and I couldn't have asked them for anything more. So
Ball's on the turf.
McKenna Harden.
And it's scooped up by Harden of New Canaan.
She plays with such poise for a freshman.
Yeah, only a freshman, McKenna Harden. We have called her name numerous times this evening. The sun has set, the lights are on here from Jack Casagrande Field, and we have a good one in the Class L state semifinals. Darien and New Canaan. You say those two schools' names, and it's just, you can't help but think rivalry. Here's Bucci. She pulls it back out. Thought better of it. The Darien defense tightening up here. Under 20 minutes remaining in regulation, 8-6 New Canaan. And a nice look, and
Beautiful
that is a
look.
goal.
Wow. And that was great one-on-one defense. Nicole Humphrey was playing on Bucci that whole time, and then just a cutter got open around the crease.
Lauren Biseglia scores for New Canaan. Biseglia, the junior, as we take another look at this. It all starts with Bucci. Nice feed to a cutting Biseglia. She was wide open, and she beats Maggie Brooks.
Yeah, her defender slid up to help with ball,
Yep.
and then Lauren just made a great cut around the crease, wide open.
And we can see that there. Yeah, she was wide open, and a nice look by Bucci. Bucci was double teamed on the other side.
It's a great read by Bucci. She knows she's going to be a threat with the ball and to draw that defender, and it's a really smart play by New Canaan. Great poise.
So the Rams back up 3 goals. It's Bucci and Ramsey
There she
on
goes.
the draw.
Still Darien ball. Emma Jakes. Charlotte Whitstock. Looks like she's going to push here.
That's a huge play for New Canaan here. They're going to have the ball coming out of the corner.
We mentioned Emma Jakes, her sister Sarah, not playing in this one. She's been injured, so she is out. And here comes New Canaan. And we've got a whistle.
That's going to be a push from behind on Darien. You're going to see a big emphasis in the second half on making sure that there's as limited contact on players in transition as possible.
There's Kendall Patton on the far side of the field. Nice look. And that's a goal for New Canaan. And that's Campbell Connors, the junior. Another nice feed. As we take another look at this.
Rams goal, number 14, Campbell Connors.
Wow, I just continue to be impressed by their composure.
The agility of that play,
And it was
seeing her
Lauren.
defender and the goalie go down and holding her composure, New Canaan just continues to amaze us.
Sorry, Caitlin. I was just going to say it was Lauren Biseglia on the assist there. Two nice plays by New Canaan. Set plays, and they worked to perfection.
Absolutely. I think that Darien defender just kind of lost her footing there, and it gave the New Canaan attacker just as much space as she needed to go in there, make that catch, and turn and shoot.
So after a Darien run, New Canaan kind of stems the tide, and they make a run of their own.
Mary mentioned that in the first half, that New Canaan really thrives off of their motion offense. As you could see, when one person gets shut down, you see 2 more threats open on the backside. So if they just hold their composure and play their game, it could be theirs.
But this is what Darien is good at, scoring goals quickly, and, we'll see how they make an adjustment here and what they come out with out of this timeout. Probably a little bit more pressure, and we'll see if she, elects to face guard anybody just to disrupt the New Canaan offense right now, because they are working together well, and there's a lot of chemistry out there.
Such a game of momentum, isn't it, lacrosse? Such
Absolutely.
a game of runs, a lot like basketball. There are those who kind of equate the two sports in many ways. As much as they are different, there are similarities. And it is such a game of momentum.
It's going to be interesting to see what they choose to do on the draw for this next set. This is going to be one of the most important draws for the tempo of the rest of the second half.
I mentioned the Darien boys lacrosse team and the New Canaan boys lacrosse team will meet tomorrow at beautiful Rafferty Stadium on the campus of Fairfield University in the Class L state semifinals. And it's the third time those two teams are meeting, and you know what they say, Darien won the first one. It's hard to beat a team 3 times in one season, so that should be,
I would know that.
Yeah.
that should be entertaining, as this one has been between the two girls programs. Jakes comes away with it.
Great hustle play by Emma Jakes, getting in there and getting the back check after Carly Bucci had won that draw.
Here's Humphrey. The Humphrey sisters always around the ball on their offensive side of the field. So athletic. There's Kendall Wazinski.
You'll see another face guard coming in the second half, you're right.
Yeah, so New Canaan dropped out of their zone defense. They're now in man-to-man. What this can create for Darien is one-on-one opportunities for other players, because the slides are coming from farther away.
Charlotte Whitstock on the far side of the field, number 7 in white with the ball.
Bucci defending.
Here's Fiore looking to get off a shot. She does, and she scores.
That's a great play by Christine Fiore. She just hesitated a little bit. Her defender stopped, and she kept going. Great play. Hesitates. Could have been a shooting space call there, but she moves to get that open lane. Great place shot. Wow.
She never hesitated. She was going to take that shot. She was just looking for the right opportunity on the slide here.
Well, she's a smart player, too. She's not going to shoot with someone in front of her. She was looking for that shooting space call. When they didn't call it, she took one more step, placed it right on the hip side. And
as we mentioned in the first half, she's headed to the U.S. Naval Academy, where she will join her former high school teammate, the Connecticut State Player of the Year a year ago, Logan Book, who's off to a good start in her college career.
Whitstock and Bucci back for the draw.
And Bucci comes away with it. So New Canaan wins possession. They will go back on the attack here, up 3 goals.
And we're seeing some pressure. And they are face guarding Braden Dial now.
A great crowd here at Casagrande Field.
Damien is wondering if we can get a shot of the crowd. Me, never mind. Scratch that.
Here's Bucci on the near side of the field.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Bucci scores.
It's a great split dodge. She's completely aware that all these defenders are overplaying her. She has great poise under pressure, pulls it right inside, places for a goal. That's why she's such a leader on this team. She just controls the tempo of the game.
Senior stepping up. Great shot.
And it's 11-7. New Canaan.
Christine Fury is now taking the draw for the Wave. We have Emma Jakes and Charlotte Whitstock on the circle. Great draw. That's a huge possession for Darien right now.
But don't do it now because you got it. Don't do it now if you want to show the crowd do that to them. Because you got to get good security. You know what I'm saying? Wazinski out to Whitstock. Here's Humphrey.
Flag.
They're going to call detaining on this defender closest. She'll take the second inside half for a shot.
And Humphrey's shot is wide of the far post. Here's Whitstock and O'Day with the save on the bounce shot.
This New Canaan defense has just done a great job all night of playing smart. You know, that defender there, number 27, Elizabeth DiMarino, just got a tiny piece of the ball on that free position and was able to deflect it. It's a great job, and as I say that, Darien comes up with a great check on the ride.
And they continue the whole possession.
There's Julia Ojemic. She finally gets it to Harden. And now the ball's on the far side of the field for New Canaan.
Looks like Campbell Connors.
And
that's going to be a push on Darien. Close to the head, but still going to be outside the 12.
so this is Campbell Connors, the junior, with possession here.
She's got Ojemic on her left. Makes that pass. One more, they pull out and set up.
And here's Bucci up top. Carly Bucci, how many times have we called that name tonight? To say she has been a factor would be an understatement.
It would be, and you know, these girls have been contributors for all 4 years of their high school career. She's a senior captain, and you know, she's going to do whatever she can do to help her team win tonight.
Doesn't get any bigger than this on this stage. Two arch rivals, Darien, New Canaan, and we've got a good one here. The fifth-seeded Rams leading the top-seeded Blue Wave 11-7 right now, under 13 minutes remaining. New Canaan running a little clock here. Here's Ojemic.
You're going to see Darien starting to send these automatic double teams when they see a drive.
Split dodge there off the post.
By the freshman, McKenna Harden.
Off the near post. Ball's on the ground. We've got a whistle.
It's going to be Darien ball. New Canaan player stepped over the line to gain possession. And Darien pushes downfield.
Here's Jakes. Emma Jakes in transition. Nice look to Shea Vandenbroek, but the shot goes wide of the far post. Vandenbroek behind the cage, brings it out to Elders. Elders shoots.
It's a great isolation situation. She gets to the inside and looks to shoot right away, one step inside the 8-meter. So one thing about Darien, if they have a step on any defender, they're ripping for a shot.
They are. She's got some space to her right.
Elders bounce shot, rolls across the end line. It stays with the Blue Wave. Wazinski to Humphrey, and Humphrey scores. No doubt about that one. Powerful shot.
Yeah, great job.
That's a great take on this. We call this target lanes, where she dodges on the inside. There's no help, otherwise they'd be in shooting space.
Great look there, guys. Chris Eggs-Benedict with a great angle there on camera, too, as we take a look from behind the goal.
Just a great finish. When Nicole Humphrey is coming down with a full head of steam, it's very difficult to stay with her. She's so fast, and that New Canaan defender just couldn't keep up on that play. Christine Fury taking the draw again for the wave against Carly Bucci. She won the last one. She wins this one as well.
And here's Christine Fiore.
They're going to call a check towards the body on that.
Oh, I thought she was reaching for a card.
Christine Fiore running with a purpose off of that draw.
She is, again, and we were talking about Carly Bucci on the other end, but Christine Fiore, a senior, you know, going to the Naval Academy next year, and she's going to do whatever she can do to fight for her team here in the second half.
Here's Elders, swings it to Jakes. Down to Wazinski. Wazinski headed to the University of Richmond. Nice
great
look.
backdoor cut.
Humphrey just not enough on that. And that's a goal by Wazinski. Comes from behind the cage.
It's a great take. These seniors are, you know, they're stepping up, and look at her. She picks up this ground ball. She sees the two defenders in front of her, and she just takes that side.
Nice play by Wazinski. Kendall Wazinski with a big goal. As we take another look from behind the goal. And we are back at midfield on the draw. Things have gotten oh so interesting with 10:24 remaining. New Canaan up 2 goals, 11-9.
Fury on the draw is now going against Jane Charlton. So New Canaan making that adjustment after Fury won the last 2 draws. I think that's the look they wanted, but whether or not it goes into their stick remains to be seen.
And Bucci comes away with it.
It's a great play by New Canaan.
Able to get it out of her cross.
Back to McKenna Harden.
And Harden on the near side of the field into the corner. She's being guarded by Humphrey. Here's Bucci. And she'll pull it out. New Canaan will set things up on offense. Once again, we are live on the DAF Media Network. Thanks so much for joining us. I know there are a number of you out there watching tonight, and we have a good one, entertaining matchup. Damian Andrew alongside Meredith Myron and Caitlin Gagan. Who wants it? Humphrey comes away with it.
That's a great play by Nicole Humphrey.
She's got a man-up situation, pushing downfield. She's going to see where the 2-man game is.
And a nice
phenomenal
shot by
save.
Wazinski, and even better save by O'Day.
They're going to say that foul affected the shot, so she's going to get the center hash, and she has the whole right side open for her to take that space.
There's Wazinski, and she scores on the bounce shot. And we've got ourselves a 1-goal game.
Great finish, and you know, that entire play, we'll see here on the replay, she's got a ton of space to her right. She's smart, she just runs it in, places it neatly low, just underneath O'Day's stick. And that whole transition was set up by Nicole Humphrey, playing great defense and coming up with a check down on the other end.
Big goal by Wazinski as she pulls Darien within a goal. 8:50 remaining here in regulation. Well, the first state semifinal went to overtime. Who knows? We've got ourselves a good one. Again, want to thank Brien McMahon, Athletic Director Joe Mattaferri, and his entire staff for their kindness in helping us get ready for this one here on the DAF Media Network. Lights are on here. Great facility here at Brien McMahon High School. And of course the FCIAC tournament, the finals were held across town at Norwalk High School, Testa Field.
Yes.
All right, coaches. So if you're Darien, keep doing what you've been doing the last few minutes, right? And if you're New Canaan, you've got to find a way to stop this Blue Wave surge here.
Exactly.
This game's going to be all about possession. You
Yep.
know, winning the 50-50 balls, coming up with draw controls. If you can control the tempo of the game and just make sure that you're finishing on all the plays that you need to, I mean, this can be anyone's game right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, we talked about possession in the first half and how crucial it is. And, well, that's coming to fruition here with 8:50 remaining. New Canaan holding on to a 1-goal lead as Darien has gone on a run here. And Fiore on the draw again.
Against Jane Charlton.
And Jane Charlton. Jane Charlton, we've talked a lot about the freshman, McKenna Harden. Charlton only a sophomore. Certainly a bright future for her.
Absolutely.
And Fiore comes away with it. Christine Fiore on the far side of the field. She gets it to Jakes. And Darien will go to work here.
I'm sure they just talked about in the timeout what they want to set up specifically, so we'll see them take their time. There's plenty of time. They, really want to convert on this possession here.
You can hear the crowd in the background. Getting into this one, Wazinski double teamed. She gets it to Vandenbroek.
Good slide, nice recovery.
And a big shot by Jakes.
Emma Jakes with time and room just lets that one rip from the top of the 8.
Darien's really taking advantage of these lock-off situations, using that face guard to set up picks for their long drives from the top.
Here's Humphrey. Humphrey, nice move, and that bounce shot is wide of the far post.
That was a great move. Great take by Nicole Humphrey.
Vandenbroek over to Wazinski. We've got a whistle.
Ooh, an off-ball foul.
So a foul on New Canaan, a free position opportunity here for the Blue Wave.
It's a great stick by the closest defender. New Canaan comes up with it.
Caroline O'Day has come up big for New Canaan throughout this game in spots. Rams look to clear. Getting it across midfield. Kendall Patton. And she's shoved by Jakes. Bucci pulls it out, being double teamed. She gets it to Harden. McKenna Harden, just a freshman, playing in a big game. Her first year on the varsity.
Charge. Wow.
And that is a charge call on New Canaan.
It seems like a great split. They're going to say that defense had positioning first, and they're going to move upfield in another man-up situation.
This is exactly what Darien needed. Great defense right there.
Wazinski to Ramsey. And here's Vandenbroek. surveying the situation from behind the cage. Elders on the near side of the field, out to Ramsey. And here's Humphrey. Meredith, if you're Darien, you can be patient, right?
Absolutely.
Still a lot of time left, down just a goal.
Yeah, you really want to make sure you don't force anything here and you get the best look possible.
Elders with a nice move and a big save by O'Day.
It's a nice bounce for Nicole Humphrey. She's going to go hard, see if she can beat her girl one-on-one, use a screen.
And that is wide of the near post. Humphrey with the shot. Under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. New Canaan 11, and that is a goal. Somehow that finds the back of the net.
So that was actually looking for a feed inside. They're going to look for a hard pass. It's going to deflect off a stick, high bounce, right into the corner.
Yeah, that deflected off of Nicole Humphrey's stick. And so she will be credited with that goal, I believe. As we take another look here from behind the goal. Yeah, it does deflect off her stick. Nice work, guys. So Humphrey credited with the goal, and we are even at 11 with 3:52 remaining.
Unbelievable.
What a comeback by the Blue Wave.
That was a fortuitous bounce, to say the least. But, you know, they're just getting it done on the attacking end, and we'll see who gets possession of this draw. It's going to be huge. Jane Charlton.
That was very similar to like in a hockey goal, like a kind of a greasy goal in front. Someone deflects it in, and that's what happened there. Here's Humphrey.
That's a great play by New Canaan. A clean check on the sideline. Let's see if they can hold possession to get the ball upfield.
So the ball stays with New Canaan. This is number 16, Braden Dial, the senior. She gets it to Bucci, and New Canaan is across midfield.
Julia Ojimek bringing it across. We'll see what New Canaan sets up here.
Under 3 minutes remaining, and the shot is good.
That's McKenna Harden, I think. Off the feed from Julia Ojimek.
That's great patience on that feeder, waiting, watching the first cut go through, looking for the second and third option from the top. Great finish.
And it was McKenna Harden, number 13, the freshman. Splits the defenders and puts it in the back of the net.
The poise and control for a freshman to play in a high pressure situation and get that goal, huge.
And how about that for a freshman in a big spot, state semifinal, game tied at 11, and she finds a way to put her team up. And Darien wins possession. Here's Emma Jakes. Jake's shot is wide.
They're going to give a yellow card to New Canaan. Darien's going to have a man-up situation here. They're going to say that was a check towards the head.
So that's 2 minutes?
That's 2 minutes, unreleasable.
Unreleasable. So that is a unfortunate situation for the Rams. Be a man-up situation here for Darien.
Emma Jakes. Only one defender on her right.
You can hear some of the fans in the background.
The advice.
The advice always from the fans, sure. And she'll bring it out.
It looks like she checked back in with Lisa on the sideline to see what she should do, and Lisa advised her to set up so that they can get the most out of this man-up possession.
Big opportunity here for Darien. Down a goal. Man up, though. Here's Jakes.
Great defensive play. She got her stick in front of the shot, knocked it down.
And then the rebound sails over the crossbar.
You're going to see New Canaan in a spot zone right now where each player is shifting in and out of space, trying to occupy as many players as possible and keep the ball from inside.
Ramsey with a shot, no good.
Caroline O'Day has been incredible in goal for New Canaan.
Caroline O'Day has stood on her head at times in this one. We've got a whistle and a stoppage.
Sometimes I'm right, not very often. Sometimes I'm right.
Nothing, just keep it on that. Don't put it over her so it gets it. Yeah.
So we've got a break in the action. We will take a quick break as Darien tends to its injured player. New Canaan up 12-11, a minute 45 left in regulation. We will be right back here on the DAF Media Network. We are back live here on the DAF Media Network. We're about to resume play. The injured Darien player on the field was Katie Elders. She's walking off on her own power, so hopefully everything is okay. That's something that you hate to see, no matter if it's in a big game like this, in the preseason, what have you, injuries, always tough. And here comes the Blue Wave. On offense, Jakes to Fiore. Down to Wazinski.
Wow.
And a great defensive effort that time by New Canaan.
That Caroline Shue coming up field. Gets the ball to Jane Charlton. And Darien is still a man up here.
And Charlton will bring it out. Now, if you're New Canaan here, Meredith, keep away?
Keep away, run.
And Katie Ramsey takes it away instead. And here comes Darien. Ball is on the turf, and it's scooped up by New Canaan. What a game.
What a game. And it looks like
Card's
they're
released.
even now. Card is released. New Canaan will hold the ball for the next 37 seconds if they can.
And Harden, the freshman, with the ball being double teamed behind the cage. Ball's on the ground, scooped up by New Canaan. Under 20 seconds remaining in this state semifinal, New Canaan clinging to a 12-11 lead. Under 10 seconds now remaining in this one.
This is a situation they practice every day, holding the ball in a stall. You're up by 1 goal.
Final
And New Canaan is going to hold on and upset the Darien Blue Wave here at Jack Casagrande Field in the Class L state semifinals. What a game between two tremendous programs. But the 5th-seeded Rams are moving on as they beat Darien in the state semifinals here at McMahon High School. Ladies, let me start with you, Caitlin. Your thoughts on this one. This was everything you could want in a state semifinal, big game situation between two rivalries, back and forth, and New Canaan somehow finds a way to pull it out.
I think great games like this always starts with your defense.
Yep.
New Canaan's squad out there played like a unit. Every time there was a 50-50 ball inside their 8-meter, they made sure they came up with it, were smart in transition, and they finished on the plays they needed to. They did exactly what they practiced, and congrats to them on a great game.
Meredith, you and I talked about Caroline O'Day in goal for New Canaan. I mean, she was spectacular. Obviously, not the only player on that defense that played well, but she certainly stopped some big shots in some big spots.
She really did. And, defense wins championships, and these New Canaan girls today just came out, like Caitlin said, they played it as a unit and supported one another. I mean, they were man down for almost the last 2 minutes of the game. So they just did a great job, and hats off to them. And congratulations to Darien, too, who had a fantastic season, and they had a huge run, 107 consecutive, wins against Connecticut opponents. So, they did a great job as well. So you just have to be happy. We're cheering for good lacrosse here, and, everybody did a great job.
And that's certainly what we got, was quality lacrosse. Obviously, that streak that you mentioned of over 100 games against Connecticut opponents comes to an end for Darien. Their season comes to an end in disappointment. Obviously, won the CIAC championship, but New Canaan moving on to the Class L state finals. They will play another CIAC team, Ridgefield, for the championship on Saturday in Milford at Jonathan Law High School. Well, I hope both of you had a lot of fun, because I had a lot of fun being with you. This was a great time. Can't thank you enough. Greenwich head coach Caitlin Gagan and Wilton head coach Meredith Myron on the call here tonight. I want to give a shout out to our entire DAF media production crew. Camera 1, Graydon Overbeck. Camera 2, Chris Eggs Benedict. It's a terrific job bringing us some great ISOs tonight. Our director, Charlie Sears, and our instant replay operator, Camilla Sucre. Awesome job. For Caitlin Gagan, Meredith Myron, I am Damian Andrew. Darien, New Canaan, the Rams beat the Blue Wave 12-11 the final here in the Class L state semifinals. New Canaan is moving on. This has been a production of the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Have a great night, everybody. Take care.
If you live in Darien, most likely you've benefited from the Darien Foundation. Since our founding in 1998, we've provided more than $4 million in grants to the Darien Emergency Services, public schools, and community organizations.
My husband and I are so happy to be raising our 4 young children in Darien. Over the years, I have admired the projects that the Darien Foundation has supported, and I'm excited to be a member of the board helping to further support the Foundation's mission. Kids' eyes light up when they talk about learning and eating in the edible garden at Tokenique School. It certainly gives us peace of mind to know that if and when the next storm hits town, the Darien Library will always have power thanks to the Darien Foundation providing a generator.
This past year, the Darien Foundation has awarded $420,000 in grants to enhance our community. After years of being the only high school stadium in Fairfield County without lighting, Friday Night Lights came to Darien last fall. The Darien Lights Brigade led the charge, working with neighbors and town officials. The Darien Foundation came in with a grant to meet the crucial funding deadline. Now field hockey, football, soccer, and lacrosse players can play under the stadium lights. A team of high school students offer interactive STEM workshops alive with experiments in robotics, chemistry, and engineering to elementary school kids in Darien. The week-long summer camp and monthly Sunday programs have provided over 1,200 hours of hands-on learning to hundreds of grade school students. Built in 1778, the historic Mather Homestead was a safe house for locals to hide valuables and ammunition from the British Army. Owned by one family for over 2 centuries, the home was gifted to the Mather Foundation last year. Visitors can truly experience 18th century life via the original furnishings, family heirlooms, architectural details, and antique fireplaces. DAF Media puts high school students behind the cameras to live stream youth athletic games and community events. Some 30 student volunteers rotate to produce several live broadcasts each week, overseen by veteran TV anchor Damian Andrew. DAF Media leverages cutting-edge computer and camera technology to offer a fun and collaborative STEM learning experience. Parents and fans can watch games anywhere around the world. Darien is one of only a handful of towns in the United States to have a dedicated Boy Scout campground and cabin. Over 300 boys participate in 2 troops and 4 Cub Scout packs, and that number keeps growing. This June, ground will break on a new cabin and an expansion to the campground property.
Many of the grants we've given out have helped close capital funding gaps at several of our local nonprofit organizations. You can drive all over town and see projects that we've underwritten or supported, from the expansive renovations at the YMCA to the playground by the Sound and flagpole at Weed Beach, to the new sound system at the Darien Arts Center, and to the special operations vehicle at Darien EMS Post 53. I'm personally grateful to see my own family reap the benefits from the grants endowed by the Darien Foundation.
For 20 years, the Darien Foundation has been investing in Darien and offering our community organizations, emergency services, and schools a local resource to help them pursue innovation and excellence. Thank you for supporting the Darien Foundation. We are building a better Darien together.